not every battle is worth your energy, and not every person deserves a reaction. Sometimes the greatest strength is not in fighting back, but in walking away quietly, gracefully, and with your dignity intact. The Prophet ﷺ taught us that true strength is the ability to control your anger, not unleash it. When you stop explaining yourself, stop arguing with those who never cared to understand you, stop trying to fix what Allah removed from your life, that's when peace finally enters your heart. Silence is not weakness. Silence is wisdom. Silence is trusting Allah to defend you when you choose not to. Your calmness is your power. The moment you walk away from what disturbs your soul, Allah opens doors that chaos was blocking. Calm attracts everything: peace, respect, blessings, and the life your heart has been praying for. Silence is a shield Allah gives to the wise. Silence is not the absence of strength, it is the presence of wisdom. When a believer chooses silence, they are not losing the argument, they are winning their peace. Some people speak without thinking, react without understanding, and hurt without caring. But the wise know that silence protects their heart from words they will later regret. It keeps their dignity untouched, their character elevated, and their peace intact. The Prophet ﷺ taught that if a person believes in Allah and the last day, they should speak what is good or remain silent. Silence becomes a shield that guards the believer from harming others and harming themselves. When your tongue is silent, your mind becomes clearer, your heart becomes calmer, and your focus remains on Allah instead of unnecessary conflict. There are moments when the best response is no response. When people twist your words, doubt your intentions, or look for reasons to bring you down, silence is your protection. You don't need to defend what Allah already knows. Your silence becomes a testimony that your trust lies in Him, not in people's approval or understanding. Silence teaches you to listen not just to people, but to the whispers of your own soul. In silence, you can hear the truth of your heart more loudly than the noise around you. You can feel Allah's guidance more clearly. A noisy mind cannot connect with the most peaceful. Silence opens the door to spiritual clarity. When you choose silence instead of reacting to negativity, you rise above what was meant to pull you down. You refuse to enter a war of egos because your heart is busy seeking Allah's pleasure. The wise know that not every insult deserves a reply. Not every argument deserves time. And not every opinion deserves attention. Sometimes silence is a mercy for them and for you. It stops you from hurting someone in anger and stops them from continuing in their ignorance. You are not responsible for correcting every wrong, nor for adjusting every misunderstanding. Silence hands the matter over to Allah, the best of judges. Silence in the face of provocation is not weakness, it is jihad of the heart. Holding back your anger when your nafs wants to explode is an act of worship. Allah sees the battle inside you. He sees how hard you try to remain composed. And He promises reward for every moment you choose patience over ego. A wise believer knows when to speak and when to walk away. Some people do not want a solution, they want an argument. Some do not want to understand you, they want to misunderstand you. Silence protects you from becoming like them. It keeps your heart pure while theirs exposes itself. Silence is a language only the wise understand. It sends a message louder than words, that you value your peace more than being right, that you value your dignity more than winning a debate, that you value Allah's judgment more than people's opinions. Sometimes silence announces your maturity without you saying a thing. When you remain silent, Allah becomes your defender. He brings the truth to light without you having to raise your voice. He exposes falsehood and honors patience. He replaces stress with tranquility and chaos with serenity. Silence invites Allah's intervention in ways arguments never can. Silence allows you to think before you speak. It prevents you from saying things you cannot take back. Words once spoken become arrows, you cannot pull them back. But silence is a shield that stops those arrows from ever being launched. It keeps relationships safe and hearts protected. There is beauty in being quiet in situations where you could speak loudly. There is power in choosing inner peace over outer victory. When others lose themselves in anger, you stay rooted in Allah's remembrance. When they choose destruction, you choose elevation. Silence is your ascent while others fall into noise. The heart that is connected to Allah does not rush to defend itself. It leaves defense to the one who controls hearts. The believer who practices silence gains a higher status with Allah because they silence their ego and strengthen their iman. Silence isn't empty. It is full of trust. In silence, Allah heals you. He calms the storms inside you. He replaces anger with ease, anxiety with comfort, and confusion with clarity. Silence becomes a form of dhikr, a remembrance that doesn't need words, only a heart that is relying on its Lord fully and quietly. And when Allah sees that you remain silent for His sake, He sends peace into your life that words cannot describe. He grants a dignity that no argument can win. And He writes a reward for every moment you controlled your tongue. Silence is not defeat, it is divine protection. Walking away protects your peace and your dignity. Walking away is not a sign that you have lost, it is a sign that you value your peace more than pointless battles. When you choose to walk away, you save your heart from unnecessary scars, your mind from exhausting arguments, and your soul from toxic environments. Allah does not want you to destroy yourself, trying to hold on to what was never written for you. Leaving is sometimes the most courageous form of self-respect. Not every place you are invited to is meant for your peace. Not every person who calls you deserves access to your heart. Some spaces drain you spiritually, emotionally and mentally. Allah warns your heart before He removes you. He gives you signs that staying will damage your dignity. Walking away becomes a protection that Allah inspires within you. Your dignity is a gift from Allah. And when you stay where you are constantly belittled or misunderstood, you are sacrificing something sacred. Islam never asks you to allow yourself to be disrespected. You can forgive without returning. You can show kindness without staying. You can love someone without letting them harm your soul again. Walking away preserves the honor Allah granted you. When you walk away, you are telling your heart, you deserve better. You are telling your mind, peace is a priority. You are telling your soul, Allah will replace this with something good. That mindset keeps you strong. It reminds you that you are not dependent on people to be whole. You depend on Allah. And that is enough. People may try to provoke you, manipulate you, or pull you into conflict, but you rise by refusing to engage. You choose silence over shouting, grace over revenge, patience over ego. Your dignity is protected not by what you say, but by what you refuse to say. Sometimes the most powerful response is walking away with your head held high. Walking away is not abandonment, it is protection. It protects you from trauma. It protects you from anger. It protects you from repeating cycles of pain. Staying in the wrong place can ruin your spirit, steal your joy, and distance your heart from Allah. Leaving can be an act of worship, a decision guided by faith and wisdom. There are people who will only value your presence once you leave. They take your kindness for granted, your patience as weakness, and your silence as permission. Walking away shows them the truth that your presence was a blessing, your loyalty was rare, and your dignity will never be compromised. When you walk away for the sake of Allah, He walks with you. He strengthens your legs when your heart is weak. He calms your fears when uncertainty scares you. He replaces what you lost with what you prayed for. Letting go for His sake is not loss, it is the beginning of something better. Walking away teaches others how to treat you. It sets a boundary that says, you cannot break me and expect me to stay. It shows you that your peace matters more than pleasing people who feed off your hurt. Allah gives you the self-respect to know when enough is enough. Sometimes walking away is not from people, it is from the past version of yourself. You walk away from habits that destroy you, thoughts that limit you, and environments that keep you stuck. You move toward growth, healing, and a life that aligns with Allah's pleasure. Walking away becomes rebirth. You deserve relationships that bring you closer to Allah, not further. You deserve conversations that nourish your heart, not drain it. You deserve environments where your soul can breathe. Walking away clears space for these blessings to enter. You are not running from something, you are running toward what Allah wrote for you. Peace begins when attachment ends. When you stop expecting people to complete you, you step into emotional freedom. When you stop begging for understanding, you discover clarity. When you walk away from chaos, peace follows you like a shadow. Allah rewards the believer who protects their heart. Your dignity is not measured by how loudly you fight back, but by how gracefully you exit. When you walk away silently, you show that your worth is not tied to people's behavior. You know Allah saw everything, and if He saw it, justice will come even if you stay silent. Walking away is a reminder that your story is still unfolding. Allah may close a chapter, but only to begin another one that is kinder, safer, and more beautiful. When you leave what drains you, Allah leads you to what sustains you. His plan is always greater than your attachment. And one day, you will thank Allah for every door He pushed you to walk away from. You will look back and realize that leaving was not weakness, it was divine protection. Your peace is worth saving. Your dignity is worth guarding. And your heart is worth honoring. Not every battle requires your reaction. Not every comment deserves a reply. Not every insult deserves a defense. And not every situation requires your energy. Some battles are traps set by shaitan to disturb your peace and pull you into sin. When you choose not to react, you are not running away, you are rising above. Islam teaches us that dignity comes from controlling the tongue, not from winning arguments. When someone tries to provoke you, remember, responding may give them the satisfaction they seek. Some people don't want a solution, they want chaos. The wise believer recognizes which battles are worth fighting and which ones are simply distractions. If a response costs you your peace, then silence becomes the smarter victory. There are times when remaining silent is not about weakness. It is about choosing peace over ego. The Prophet ﷺ said, the strong person is the one who controls themselves when angry. Your reaction could destroy relationships, cause regret, or escalate a situation that could have died in silence. Restraint is an act of worship. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone who is committed to misunderstanding you. Some people hear only what fits their assumptions. The more you explain, the more they twist your words. In those moments, do not waste your breath. Let your actions speak for you. Allah knows the truth of your heart. When you react to every small battle, you exhaust yourself emotionally and spiritually. Your heart becomes heavy, your mind becomes restless, and your faith becomes clouded with unnecessary noise. Protect your energy. Protect your time. Protect your sanity. Not everything deserves access to your peace. Some battles are not yours to fight, they belong to Allah. When people wrong you, lie about you, or try to break your reputation, Allah is watching. He promises justice even if the world ignores your pain. When you hand the matter over to Him, He defends you in ways more powerful than any argument you could make. Every argument you avoid is a victory over your nafs. Your ego wants to respond, to defend, to shout back, but your faith whispers, leave it to Allah. When you choose faith over ego, you gain strength others cannot see. You protect your heart from a war it never needed to fight. Sometimes reacting only lowers you to the level of those trying to harm you. They want to pull you into their negativity, to stain your character with their behavior. When you refuse to respond, you expose their intentions and protect your integrity. Silence becomes a mirror that reflects their true nature. Not all criticism is worth addressing. Some criticism comes from jealousy, some comes from insecurity, some comes from people who cannot handle seeing you grow. Let your success respond for you. Let your peace respond for you. Let your silence show that you refuse to shrink yourself just to fit their comfort. You don't need to react to prove you're right, Allah knows, and that is enough. When you stop reacting, you stop giving power to people who thrive on your reaction. You reclaim control over your emotions. You choose what deserves your attention and what does not. Every time you walk away from a worthless battle, you are preserving your mental health. Arguments can drain your spirit, fill you with anger, and affect your relationship with Allah. When your heart is busy fighting small wars, it has no space for peace, growth, or worship. You do not need to fight for a place in someone's heart, nor for a position in someone's mind. If Allah wrote love or respect for you in someone's heart, it will be there without force. If He removes it, no amount of effort can restore it. Fighting for what Allah removed only hurts your soul. Sometimes silence is the answer that confuses those who try to hurt you. They expect you to react, to explode, to justify yourself, but your calmness disappoints their negativity. Your composure dismantles their plan. In silence, you remain in control. Not every situation deserves closure. Not every relationship deserves repair. Not every disrespect deserves attention. Letting go is sometimes the best response